All right. So today we're going to be building a model solar system in my house. I have completed the U2L6 scaling the solar system worksheet. So I found composition, radius, and then rounded the number of Earths here. And I have come up with objects to represent each planet based on Earth being the size of a quarter. I've also gone over here and rounded my scaled distances. So I've rounded this number of AU from the sun to the nearest hundredth, just to make life a little easier for me. So I'm going to be going between the scaled size and the scaled distance. So first of all, I am using a quarter for Earth. And so I'm going to start by positioning Earth. And so I'm going to pretend like I don't have a ruler here. And I'm going to use this book as my measuring tool. Doesn't really matter what you're using for measuring tool. I'm going to use this book. And I don't know, just to make life easy, I'm going to say that this is the distance from the sun to Earth. So I'm going to use that wall back there as the sun. I'm going to position the Earth one book length away. That'll just make my measurements easy. So that's now 1 AU. So Earth is 1 AU from the sun. And now I'm going to start positioning my other planets. So I am using a dried bean for Mercury. And Mercury is about a little over a third this distance. So not quite half, but more than a third. So if I were to split this book into thirds, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'd say that looks about like 3 equal parts. So I'm going to put Mercury this close to the sun. Let me go get my Mercury. Stop share. Got a little dried bean. All right, I got Mercury positioned. Next up, I need to position Venus, Mercury, Venus. I believe Venus is almost the same size as Earth, so I'm going to use a quarter for Venus as well, since they're both pretty close to the same size. And Venus looks like 3/4, 0.72, so almost 3/4 the distance from the sun. So I'm going to use my measuring tool, and that's half of my measuring distance. So half of that is going to be like right here. And so that's where Mercury or Venus is going to go that close to the sun. So go get my Venus. Don't mind my dogs pounding on the door. All right, I'm going to bring you over so you can see what I've done here. So I have my measuring tool set up. I got Mercury about 1/3. I have Venus about 3/4. And then Earth is at 1 AU or 1 book. So next up is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars is next. So let's see. Mars is about half the size of Earth. And I think I just decided to use a dime, which is a little big, but that's okay. So I've got a dime for Mars. And Mars is 1.5 AU. So it's going to be half of a book past Earth. So we will go get our dime. Find my dime. There it is. And all right. So I've got, I don't know what you can see, got Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. And this wall is the sun. So these are my 4 inner planets. Those are all terrestrial, and they're pretty close to the sun, actually. So now we're getting into our outer planets. So let's take a look at how far away Jupiter. So Jupiter, which I am using, I had a hard time finding something that was the right size. I'm using a partially deflated yoga ball. It's actually 55 centimeters, not inches. So I'm going to use a partially deflated yoga ball, and I need to position it 5 AU. So 5 of those books plus a little bit, maybe 5 1/4, we'll say, books away from the sun. Here's my Jupiter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 1/4. So like right here. There's Jupiter. You see Jupiter, yoga ball, and then you can see my other planets there. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and then Jupiter. Next up is Saturn. So let's see how far away Saturn is from the sun. Saturn is 9.3, so 9 1/3, 9.33333. And I'm using a basketball for Saturn. So I'm going to count 9 books away from the sun. I'm going to relocate you so you can see what I'm doing here. So, 1 book, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at 7. We'll relocate you again. So I'm at 7, 8, 9 and a third. So this is where Saturn goes. These are my next two planets. After Saturn is Uranus. And I am using a small bowl for Uranus. And that's going to go 12 AU, so 12 books away. Whew. All right. I think I'm going to need to push you guys back. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need a vacuum. 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's Uranus. I'm going to leave my book here because I don't want to count those 12 again. Next up is, last but not least, Neptune, which I'm using a fuel canister for my backpacking stove as Neptune. And Neptune is 30 AU. So my book is at 12. I don't know if I have enough room. We'll try. All right, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Stop sharing. 19. Oh no. You guys are at 20 AU from the sun right now. I'm gonna have to move some furniture. Welcome to my house. All right, 20. Dog hair everywhere, gross. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, the couch is 25 AU. 26, 27, 28. Oh my gosh. We're going all the way to the couch. 30 AU. Holy smokes. My tiny house is not big enough for this. There is Neptune on my couch. Jupiter, and then our inner planet. Holy smokes! You guys, that's huge. We just made a scale solar system in my house. That's amazing.